Good afternoon, Super Metroid fans. Oh my goodness, do we have a special one for you today? Round robin action for the Super Metroid multi-category tournament between Kyzentun and Diggidiggidang. My name is the Hockey Towner, and joining me on the mic is Exact Science. How's it going, Exact?
I am feeling great today, Hockey. This is going to be an exciting match. We're going to see some of the non-standard categories, no matter what here. We've got a very exciting veto of any percent and 100% from our two runners. So that means we've got GT Classic here. After this match, we'll see Kyzentun's pick from the remaining DPRK, RBO, low percent ice GT Max. And then if it goes to a game 3, like there's a chance we might see low ice in this match, Hockey, which I am very excited about. You know, as one of the community's known low ice evangelists. So
I love that. Yeah, low percent ice, arguably the most challenging category in the tournament. But today, starting out, this is Dang's choice. This is GT Classic, perhaps one of the most volatile categories in the tournament.
Yeah, definitely like lava dive, and that gate glitch, like exclamation IFB, don't forget to save. You really need to save in races in GT Classic, just because both of those tricks, especially GGG, can be really finicky, and it's possible to have to spend like 20 supers on them.
It can definitely be challenging. It's a shorter category though, because they do have to execute those two major tricks, and then it just becomes like a boss rush since they get strapped up with so many key items, both movement items and weapons. But first they got to get off Series Station, so they're going to do their best to avoid taking damage from the steam, slowing them down, avoid bonking the doors.
Yeah, that steam entering a tile room for Kyzentun is really annoying. You have to basically, if you don't see the steam when you're entering the room, you have to do a little jump, because if you run, then that steam will come out on that timing. Series is just a terrible part of the game. I'm glad that we're done with it. We won't have to see it again because it's a race, so no series resets. But now it's everyone's favorite split, Hockey.
It is. What could it be?
I mean, if bombs weren't everyone's favorite split, like why does everyone keep playing it over and over and over? I'm just saying.
That's a airtight argument from Exact Science, folks. I can't argue with that. There's no rebuttal. It's the best. It's been pushed. The time to get to bombs has been pushed down so low. We'll see what these runners can do. Whether they will utilize Moonfall, I imagine they will. The modern game, as we call it, the modern technique.
All right, so Dang moonfalling down Parlor here. Kai skipping the Parlor moonfall, but setting up for the one in climb here. Looks like he did the flatly jump. If you jump a little bit, if you initiate the moonfall too late, you can actually walk off of the ledge and do a flatly jump out of the turnaround you do. And that starts Samus lower, so she's in the wrong position to clip through that platform unless you aim down and do 2 turnarounds.
That sounds kind of hard, Exact.
Yeah, it's this segment is just, it's stupid. There's so much like little titchy movements. You have no movement items, so it's just like lots of really particular things that can lose you the like 30 frames or even a second or two, if you mess them up. And so yeah, we're gonna get our first pack of missiles here, which will wake up the planet.
Rise and shine, Planet Zebus. The Samus train is coming through. Oh, Dang, having a little bit of trouble here in the construction zone.
See, it's stuff like that. Like most of the rooms in this segment are like construction zone, where it's like if you make a mistake, it can spiral very quickly and be very, very costly. Dang, checking the door, so I imagine is going to stop and kill the top pirate like that. No pit boost from either player. Perfectly fine.
Definitely a hard series of rooms from construction zone all the way up and now into the climb here from the Nestroid escape from the planet Zebes. Both these runners showing off some amazing technical acumen as they reach the parlor. I believe Dang has retaken the lead. And as soon as I say that, bonks into one of those, oh gosh, what are they called?
Those are the gamers.
The gamers, of course. Of course. No, there's no controversy on whether they're Nova or Sova, right? It's just gamer. But does lead us into our first mini boss fight, the Bomb Terizo.
All right, and here we go. Also, both runners opting for the correct climb strat there, the wall jump climb. Unbiased, personally. All right, so the goal here is to leave missiles so that you can shoot him 4 times and then 3 more. Dang did that, but the positioning was wrong, so BT did step forward. And Kai was a little far forward there as well. It's taking a little bit of damage, but all right, gets drops to full. Everything's fine.
I'm just happy that both runners avoided the decapitation animation exact. So
yep.
And then perfect Alcatraz escapes from both of them. My goodness.
Very nice. All right, interesting. Oh, that's a neat little jump from Dang there.
And back up. That's impressive.
Yeah, so here in GT Classic, you want the energy. So you're going to kill these pirates and leave with at least 2 missiles. 1 is like the minimum to not lose a ton of time. So Kai will be fine because you can also farm the Zeelas with 2 P shots each. But this very intro of the game, up to Alpha Power Bombs, is going to be exactly the same as PRKD, with the exception of skipping charge and charge missiles.
For sure. So boilerplate-esque, I guess you might say. Still have to get these early supers. And yep. Kai got a little bit scammed trying to farm that Kago. Got no drops from it, but was able to farm up here in Green Brinstar. Perfectly executed early supers mock balls from both runners. Very nice.
Yep, that is the only required mock ball in most Super Metroid speedruns. Every other mock ball just saves time. It doesn't give you access to something, but that mock ball, without doing something very stupid, you need to do to not fight the secret DLC boss Spore Spawn.
Secret DLC. It's so nice that 30 years later, Nintendo is still supporting this game. You know, with a no postage necessary mail-in program. You just send your SNES card to Nintendo headquarters, and they'll patch a new boss onto it for you.
All right, going through the Green Hill Zone here. What's interesting is these 2 rooms here in particular change a lot between GT Classic and most other categories, because since you're getting all the new equipment anyway, you don't need Charge Beam, and so you skip it and you don't realize how much you miss it, because it makes it much easier to farm those cacks and to get through the Green Hill Zone, because you can kill the hoppers with charge shots if you need to.
No, for sure. This is just stripped down, hot-rodded Samus power suit here. Only enough items to be able to get through. Dang did have a little bit of trouble there climbing the red tower, but is through the Hellway and into Alpha PBs. This is giving Kai a chance to make up some crucial seconds on Dang.
Yep, and then we're gonna see very nice deboost alpha power bombs.
Oh, so close. Gets the backup though.
Very nice. And Kai, because of that farming no, I guess this was not the Kagos. He seemed to farm somewhere and had close to full energy there. Dang should still be fine. Getting into Kraid's lair, you need 84 energy if you want to do all of the optimal strats. 84. That math maybe. Yes, 84.
84.
Um,
I do like the fact that Dang farmed up a little bit in the Hellway. We see Kai doing the same thing. I think that's a very safe choice as they do make their way through Red Brinstar.
Yep. It's also that's a good missile drop. One of the other things about this category, since you don't get charge missiles, if you don't get a missile drop from anything in Green and Pink Brinstar, then it messes up all of your menuing because one click takes you to supers instead of needing 2 clicks to go to supers.
Just the tiny optimizations. You love to see it.
Well, I mean, it makes it harder because you're like, I need to be on supers. I'll click twice, and then you're on power bombs all of a sudden. Did Dang break the tube?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I've just completely lost my mind because I totally didn't understand what you were talking about. Oh my gosh, who is this hockey guy? He's out of control.
Yeah, so Kai did not break the tube. I'm not sure if that's just like a memory thing or like muscle memory thing from other categories. Kai runs a lot of suitless stuff. So in general, if you're not until you're going into Meridia through Main Street. Oh, nice power bomb. This is a cool like GT Classic exclusive strat. So he's saving that other ammo. But yeah, and so if you're suitless, you want to leave the tube intact because you can use it to do a gravity jump up Main Street and save a lot of time.
I do love it. Anything to save ammo because more ammo, more better. Really nice Kraid quick kill there from Dang picking up his Varia suit. Kai hoping to do the same. 4 supers, no charge beam required, just a pea shooter shot opener. Very nicely done from both these gamers.
Excuse me. Very nice lag reduction as well from Kyzentun. It saves the better part of a second, if I remember correctly, to do that lag reduction. Because the game only draws Samus every other frame when you have invincibility frames, which reduces lag.
I mean, a second in this game, exact might as well be a week in real time. Anything for a second. Runners putting on a really nice display here. No Kraid tank pickup from Dang, so definitely going to be living a little dangerously.
Yeah, so what that says to me here is that Dang is going to get high jump boots.
Sure.
Because if I assume that Dang, especially because the race will take that high jump energy tank here. If you're going for yes, there we go. For normal bootful, 1 tank is enough, but it's tight. With bootless, you would take Kraid tank because you wouldn't come into the high jump area at all in order to save that super. And bootless, unless you're doing like the Kago strat, the very, very difficult like world record Kago strat, you really need 2 tanks because you need to take 100 damage from the Namihei.
I just love that there's so many options available to these runners at all skill level when it comes to these categories. It's really impressive.
Yep. I definitely agree. It's like the versatility of this game and the freedom it gives you, like in both vanilla visual plays and in speedruns, just like the freedom to explore versus like the freedom to just play the game how you want and get what items you want and like just however, like that's one of the things that makes this such a great game and so interesting to watch and to play.
No question about it. We do have a question in chat. What is GT Classic? Exact. We are remiss.
Oh, we have not explained the category. May I?
Of course.
All right. So GT Classic, it's a category that is so it's an any percent, like the standard major glitch rules and everything apply. Dang, doing some farming here to full supers. I like this. Except that when what you do is you rush lower Norfair like this with various suit, a couple of tanks, and like no charge beam, because Golden Chorizo's room. As you enter the door, you can do a button combination to activate a debug code that wasn't taken out of the game. That gives Samus 700 energy, 100 missiles, 20 supers, and 20 power bombs, along with every major item except for Screw Attack, plus 3 reserves. And so very nice lava dive.
Spectacular from Dang.
And so from that point, basically you just go through, it's just a boss rush. You go through, kill the bosses as soon as possible and get to Turian. And you have like the full movement for parts of the game you don't usually have that movement set for. So it's like there is some like really interesting and unique stuff in like Meridia and Wrecked Ship. But now we come to the literal gatekeeper of this category.
We do indeed, the Green Gate glitch. But before that, I think Kai took a little extra Namahe Flame hit, but getting out of there with 59 energy. Terrific stuff. Both runners completing their bootful lava dives. But now,
all right,
can they do the Green Gate glitch? Yes!
Good try. Very, very nice. And so, yeah, in a normal speed run, you won't save at any point before that Green Gate glitch, and so at most you have 5 tries at it, and if you miss all 5, it is a hard reset.
Kai's up for another third try. Or success, I should say, at the Green Gate glitch. My goodness, this is really shaking up.
Oh no!
No!
Oh, the
no,
acid.
God.
Oh yeah, that acid is like not something that you necessarily think about, but if you fall into it with very astute and not a ton of like spare energy, it's bad because it's slow to get out of, and it's doing something like 60 plus damage per second.
Ugh.
It's a lot.
Lethal. So lethal. But we do see Dang now, though, having defeated the Golden Chorizo, remembering to press all 4 face buttons, remembering to unequip Spacer. And yeah, now it's getting into the boss rush part. But we are going to see Kai dust himself off and try again on this Green Gate glitch. Yes!
Third try once again.
They say lightning can't strike twice in the same spot. How about 3 times? Oh, but Kai, be careful.
All right, there we go. We're through. All right, yeah. So Hockey, as you were saying, yeah, a couple interesting things here about the GT code. You hold all 4 face buttons, as you can see from the handy dandy input display. Nothing else. And then you have to pause and unequip Spacer because it starts every item equipped. And if you fire plasma beam, the beam with plasma and Spacer equipped at the same time, in this room it crashes the game, and your run is dead. You have to reset.
Not a good time to be had if you don't remember to unequip Spacer. And it's also difficult, I think, in these multi-category tournaments. I don't know if we've ever seen this in a tournament race, but I've seen runners in practice where they're practicing any percent or whatever, and they inexplicably do the GT code when they enter GT's room, like if they're doing 100% or 80% on bosses, but etc.
Yeah. Shout out to Eddie.
Amazing. So a nice quick Metal Pirates there for Dang. Kai, with some time to make up on Dang, it's really challenging to come back from any sort of deficit once you reach the boss rush mode of this category. But I would never count out Kai, not when the chips are down, as he makes his way through worst room in the game. But we are going to see a Ridley fight here from Dang with that plasma beam. 20 shots is what it's going to take.
5. 13.
I think so. Landed 9 supers, I think. So that's like, what is that, 6 plasma shots?
Yep. So it'd be 14 plus that.
Wow.
And there we go.
Very clean fight from Dang. Nicely done. Kai, though, into the red key hunter shaft, down into the wasteland. And it's so interesting that the game gives you exactly 700 energy, not 7 E-tanks, mind you. But 700 energy, so peculiar. I did see something interesting, though, exact. I thought Kai unequipped Varia's suit when he took off Spacer.
He did, in fact, do that. I'm not sure if he's going for pauseless in Mother Brain's room, but one thing that people may not know. Oh, nice microwave on those pirates.
You don't see that every day. That was fantastic.
Yeah. Something people may not know is that you can do that on the metal pirates, which is pretty cool. I'm sorry, what was I saying there?
Oh, about Varia suit and pauseless during Mother Brain.
Yes. So if you unequip Varia suit, it makes stand-up glitch much easier, right? And you don't actually need 701 energy. You don't need 7 E-tanks per the like standard glitchless moveset. Rule set rather. You only need 700 because Mother Brain, after rainbow beaming you with gravity suit, if you have 100 energy or fewer, not under 100. So you do stand-up glitch in this category, and done correctly, you don't have to pause to refill from reserves, but that requires doing Zeb skip without taking damage from a Rinka or a turret shot.
Definitely easier said than done. It's a hard sequence to get just right, but Kai surviving the Ridley fight here, very nicely done. And gosh, so that microwave beam, it's not clear to anyone watching this, but our runners actually do have the grapple beam and the X-ray scope. It's just they're hidden in plain sight.
Yeah, the HUD is all messed up here. And you can fix it by picking up an item or saving and resetting.
But who's got time for that exact, especially in a race setting?
Yeah, no, like why would you need more items? You've already got all the items. You've got 100 20 ammo, which is plenty. You got basically 6 tanks and 3 reserves, plus 1 energy. Like, you've got everything you need. The one item pickup we may see is moat missiles. It is not. It's not unheard of to mess up going across moat in one direction or the other, and end up grabbing those moat missiles. But hopefully neither runner ends up doing that today.
No, for sure. So we did see Kraid first. That we have Ridley down. That leaves 2 more bosses. We've got Dragon and Meridia. We've got Fantoon in the wrecked ship, and then a quick trip down to Torian.
Oh yes, let's go. So Dang, this is so close.
So close.
That is a GT Classic unique strat, which is really, really, really cool. It's possible to get through the door, aiming down so that you can just shoot the blocks out and keep falling down without having to land at any point. And if you're able to do it correctly, it saves a very small amount of time. I think maybe it's a decent amount of time. It's like a second or close to a second, if I remember correctly, over shine sparking, but it's probably not. Very cool for sure.
No question. But since we do have the X-ray scope, we do have microwave potential. So what we just saw there, You can fill in the blanks if I have any in my knowledge deficit exact, but taking advantage of the armor-piercing property of the plasma beam and the fact that it does a certain amount of damage per frame, you just kind of use the X-ray scope and just tap it a few times, and you're able to do tremendous damage to bosses that are susceptible to it, which are, of course, Botoon, Dragon, and Fantoon.
Yep. Game expects all 3 of those bosses to be dead before you get Plasma Beam, so with most enemies, Plasma Beam is special because the beam doesn't despawn when it hits an enemy. And so if you use the X-ray scope to keep the enemy's iframes ticking while still holding the beam in the same place, overlapping their hitbox, and we'll see it here with Dragon too. So you can just like keep buffering, like damage every frame on the things that are vulnerable to it.
No, that's brilliant from Dang, showing it off just as exact. You finished your explanation just as Dragon died. That was so awesome. But I also like too for the Dragon fight. Usually, our runners will have Samus in a crouch position. When Dragon is taking enough damage, Samus automatically stands up, so you know exactly when to let go of X-ray scope.
Yep. Yeah. As soon as she's dead, Samus stands up, which is to keep Samus from getting locked into one of the grabbed by Dragon poses. If you kill her with like the grapple kill. But it's also the phenomenon that makes it possible to get a blue suit. Because that force stand can also interrupt Shine Spark.
I did not know that. That's so interesting. I think we saw a really nice Womple jump there from Dang, so no need to go for Spike Suit or anything like that against Dragon here. Just go with the tried and true strategies. And
yeah,
really nice Botoon from Kai as well.
Yep. And we can see here Kai not going for a halfie. With the regular halfie, it's actually faster just to space jump. A full halfie is still faster, but space jumping saves time over going for the standard halfie.
I just love space jump in these underwater sections. It's so OP.
Yeah.
Why it's normally locked behind Dragon, but now with that GT code.
Nope. Yeah, that's the thing. It's one of the most powerful items, I think, underwater. And then as a balancing point in the air, it's terrible. Worst item I would never want to be without. I'll tell you that.
That's true.
All right, there we go.
Very nicely done from Kai. Down goes Dragon. Dang, though, out to a pretty big lead here, heading across the moat on the way to the wreck ship, deftly avoiding the missiles on the entrance direction, I guess you could say, and just flying through West Ocean here.
Yep. That's again the power of having space jump in sections where the game doesn't necessarily expect you to. It's expected potentially here more so, but like still probably not. Because why would you come back here after getting space jump?
It's true. Unless you just really, really thought you missed something, or just really wanted to go through the bowling cutscene again.
I mean, who wouldn't?
All right, one G4 boss remaining for our runners. Dang is already there to take on the ghost with the most reset runs. Not this time.
Nope, it's a race. You really don't want to reset Fantoon. And also he's the last boss. Like you may as well just at least go for a Turian gold, you know?
So unfortunately, Dang being punished with a slow pattern, but able to start with that missile. Look at that. Well done. Dang really sending a message there with those missiles as Fantoon explodes. You love to see it.
So Dang, it looks like, is going to get Fantoon drops. Often runners will skip some combination of Ridley, Dragon, and Fantoon drops in this category, depending on how comfortable they feel with resources for Turian. Because it's faster to just like be ready to leave, for the most part. But I guess with Fantoon, it's less so, because you kind of have to be on that side of the room anyway. All right, let's see if Dang can. All right.
Oh,
Well, still
very close.
very good, but might be doing the strats for this room instead. Oh, doesn't get the door even if he was going for it. But yeah, you can do from that space jump. You can open the door with a shot, do a mock ball, and then spring ball across moat.
That's so cool.
This category has a lot of like really cool looking movement after GT code. It's one of the things that. Oh, go ahead, Hockey.
No, I insist.
It's one of those things that makes GT Max kind of a special category because you get to see that full movement set everywhere in the game.
Yeah, for sure. GT Classic, you get to see it in areas you wouldn't normally see it, but you don't get to see it everywhere like you would in Max GT.
Yep.
All right, well, Dang, the first one to G4. Timer is not exactly accurate, but
yeah,
definitely firmly in the lead here. But Kai, no slouch. Definitely not far behind and able to finish off Fantoon with that microwave beam.
Yep. Also a slow, but also microwaving. So 1 round Fantoon's a 1 round Fantoon when it comes right down to it.
That's right, and I do love this message from McTimothy in chat. The original 1 round Fantoon. Never thought we would see it any other way, but here we are in 2024. And people are maining it in other categories that don't involve microwave beam. What a spectacular speed game.
This game is it's something special, Hockey. Like,
no question.
Like, not just because of the game itself, but also because of the like wonderful community and everyone who's a part of making it such a nice place to like hang out, you know?
No, I couldn't agree more exact. We do have a shine spark here across the West Ocean from Kai. Love to see it. One of the longest sparks in the game. Dang, though, taking on the Metroids. Room 1 down. 3 more Metroid rooms to go before going toe-to-toe with Mother Brain.
Right. And yeah, another fun thing about GT Classic is you can just like completely YOLO these Metroid rooms.
ammo drops? We don't need no ammo drops.
Yeah, like you've got 13 supers, even if you get 0 supers from and like he's grouping anyway. Like
I love it.
Like that's so much ammo. Who possibly needs this much ammo?
I mean, I would in a casual playthrough, but let's be honest. Kai with a beautiful parlor space boost there, able to make it to G4 here, but Dang, gonna go for this baby skip. I'm curious what strategy, if we're gonna see spring ball, if we're gonna see the more classic anti-clockwise baby skip.
No, this appears to be a bomb spread stashio.
Oh my god! Oh! So close. It's such a hard trick.
Yeah, that was interesting. The jump was, I think, was early, or either that or he bonked the pillar and went straight up because that'll immediately kill the skip as well. All right, Dang, unfortunately, losing about 6 minutes to not facing right at the end of the baby cutscene, so that's unfortunate.
Oh my god, what is it, like 2/3 of a second?
It's 40 frames. It's 40 frames. It's a free 40 frames. Everyone should do it.
But it's not 6 minutes.
It's not actually 6 minutes, but it feels like it when you're watching Samus like go through that 40 frame standing animation.
Oh my goodness.
Man, I screwed up. This was free.
Amazing. Just amazing. So yeah, Dang back on his feet, going for this Zeb skip here. Just a little bit of trouble, but easily through that Zeb, using those high frames to great effect. Kai into the Metroid rooms now. But first, Mother Brain 1, projectiles only, explosives only.
All right, yeah. Dang, missing a couple of missiles, or I guess not enough though. All right. So yeah, Dang into the Mother Brain fight. Does not have the full 700 energy currently, so we'll have to pause to refill from reserves. In order to do the stand-up glitch here, which saves significant time, particularly if done optimally.
So a little bit of a misfire there, I think, at the beginning of this Mother Brain 2 fight, but good recovery from Dang. Mother Brain not coming out too aggressively here, just dropping a couple meatballs on the floor. You know, we'll pick those up later. Already at the catch-up phase.
Yeah, plasma beam good.
Okay, yeah, that was great.
All right, only one
Kai,
catch-up.
I think. Oh, what is that intentional? I think that might have been intentional from Kai.
Yeah, I don't think Kai baby skips, but also losing 12 minutes here.
Just increases by 100% every time the runner's face left. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so Dang didn't actually need to do that, because he was at 100.
Oh, okay.
And so it's 100 or lower for gravity, 180 or lower with Baria, and no gravity, and 340 with no suits. It's basically supposed to be a threshold where a full volley of onion rings won't kill you, I think.
Well, that makes sense, yeah.
If you... Yeah. I'm not exactly sure, but, like, in case Mother Brain... Yeah, because you'd have, like, more. So it's supposed to prevent you from dying during the Mother Brain damage down. It doesn't always if you get really bad RNG.
I see.
All right, here we see the stand-up glitch. Oh,
gotta reattach.
That's okay. It's okay there. So one thing you have to watch out for with stand-up glitch in this category, the baby detaches from Samus when she hits full energy. And you have to remember that for that purpose, you basically have 6 tanks and not 7 here. So it can be very easy to like forget and think you have like some more time and have the baby detach too far to the left from Samus and get stuck. All right.
Not recoverable.
No, it is not. And we saw there the power of the stand-up glitch. Dang only needed to do, I think that was 5 shots.
I think so, yeah, I counted 5.
It's usually 36.
Not bad. Not a bad stat, but playing also with an abundance of caution, did not want to soft lock or you know, any sort of shenanigans there into the Mother Brain 3 fight. So pausing a little bit, not wanting to risk taking an extra plasma shot.
All right, and yeah, so as we see, Kai is just gonna sit here at the 100. And avoids when the baby comes on screen and when it detaches from Mother Brain. Oh, are we? I don't think. We did not get 2 cries, but we did get good cutscene. I think on Kai's side. Is that? Maybe not. I can't tell if that claw is overlapping or not because of the 2 there.
I think it is. It looks like it is on my screen, but I could be wrong.
Okay, so if it is, we don't have good cutscene.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Dang, here we go. This looks like it's probably about a 38.
Yeah,
like right around a 38. 38:04 is our official race time GG time for diggidiggidang, winning this first game of our best of 3. Kyzentun, I imagine, will just finish this one out. You know, already in Mother Brain 3. Like, no reason not to.
No, for sure. And also having a pretty good stand-up there, only like 5 or 6 shot Mother Brain 3. But yeah, GG's to Diggy. Starting off strong, taking the first race in this round robin action. This is, I believe, Group C for the round robins.
That sounds right. Let me
Yeah.
pull it up on my screen here.
All right, Kai on the escape as
Yes.
Diggy watches the credit sequence. As soon as Kai is done, these runners will be facing off again. All 3 races are scheduled this afternoon right here on SpeedGaming 2. And it is Kyzentun's choice for the next race. And there are still some very, very juicy categories available for selection.
Yes. I do expect we will see one of the suitless ones, personally. But you never know. He may surprise us. All right. And nice behemoth spark.
Into the parlor now, nothing but steam RNG and one more door transition to get to the ship and get off this forsaken planet. Oh, look at this from Kai.
Gonna go save the animals.
Or perhaps taunt them. We'll see.
I think Kai's an animal saver.
You love to see it.
Do you though?
It depends.
Do you really?
You get the little shortcut here. The blocks are gone. It's a reward.
Yeah,
no need to drive to Alcatraz with high jump boots.
All right, and here we are finishing with an official race time of 40 minutes 35 seconds. Is Kyzentun. Very, very nice display from both of our runners. It's a tough category, and yeah, we got some cool stuff. But yeah, I'm sure we will be. Just sit here, watch the credits. We'll take a short break, I imagine, so everybody get up, stretch your legs, refresh your beverage, get a little snack, take a break for the restroom, because we've got at least one more game coming up, and it's probably going to be a category that takes a little bit of time. So, but yeah, any other thoughts on that race, Hockey, while we're waiting to, I guess we don't need to see if the run's valid here.
No, for sure. To answer chat's question, Tilly in chat asking whose pick was this? This was Dang's choice, so Kai will have the choice for race 2. I thought it was a great opening race from both these runners. GTC is a tough category, but both runners nailing all the major tricks, all the major gatekeepers, as it were, in GT Classic. But we'll see what we have for race 2 and possibly race 3. But like Exact said, we're just going to take a short break and bring you more Super Metroid multi-category tournament action, Group C round robin action between Kyzentun and Diggidiggidang right here on SpeedGaming 2. So don't touch that dial. Antiquated reference.
All right. In a moment.